All right, let's dive into one of the biggest questions you can possibly ask. Something that feels so simple at first, but gets incredibly complicated the deeper you go. And to get to the bottom of it, we're going to use the exact same checklist biologists do. So let's just put it out there. What is life? I mean, it sounds so simple, right? Like something you learn in first grade. But honestly, it's a question that has stumped some of the smartest people on the planet for centuries. You're probably thinking, come on, that's obvious. I know what's alive and what's not. A dog, a tree, a person, easy. But the natural world is full of weird gray areas. And the number one puzzle that messes everything up is the virus. And this is where it gets really tricky. A virus can do things that seem lifelike. It can definitely reproduce, for example, but, and this is a huge but, it can't do it alone. It has to hijack a living cell to do its work. Plus, it's not even made of cells, which is kind of rule number one for life as we know it. To sort out messes like this, scientists needed a set of rules, a checklist. So, how do we solve this puzzle? Well, that brings us to the very heart of what we're talking about today, the 7 properties that all life shares. This is the official list. Here it is. This is the checklist that scientists use. So let's break it down one by one and see what it really means to be alive. Okay, first on the list is order, and this is a big one. Living things aren't just a random jumble of stuff. They are incredibly organized. Think about it. Even a tiny, single-cell bacterium is more complex and structured than the most advanced machine we've ever built. It's a whole universe of coordinated parts working in perfect harmony. All right, number 2, sensitivity, or responding to the world. Put simply, life reacts. This could be a plant on your desk slowly leaning towards the sunlight, or bacteria swimming towards a food source. You know that cool, sensitive plant that curls up the second you touch it? That's a perfect example. That's life responding, right there in real time. Okay, number 3 is a huge one. You probably guessed it. Reproduction. Life makes more life. But it's not just about making copies. It's about passing down the genetic instruction manual, the DNA, to the next generation. That's what ensures dogs have puppies and not, well, lizards. And that instruction manual, that DNA, leads us straight into our next point, growth and development. Things don't just get bigger willy-nilly. They follow a very specific plan that's written in their genes. A tiny acorn grows into a massive oak tree because its genetic program is calling all the shots. Next up, number 5, regulation. Think of this as the master control system inside an organism. It's all the complex stuff happening behind the scenes to make sure nutrients get where they need to go, blood keeps flowing, and toxins get filtered out. It's a constant, mind-bogglingly complex juggling act. And that juggling act is all in service of our next point, homeostasis. It's a fancy word, but it just means keeping things stable on the inside, no matter what's happening on the outside. A polar bear needs to stay warm in the freezing cold, right? You and I sweat when it's hot. That's homeostasis, our bodies fighting to keep everything in that just right zone. And last, but definitely not least, number 7, energy processing. You can't do all this amazing stuff without fuel. Every single living thing needs a source of energy to run its internal engine. It's like a car needing gas. Whether you get that energy from the sun like a plant or from a cheeseburger, you gotta have it. Okay, so that's our 7-point checklist. But here's the thing. Defining life isn't just about a list of things something does. It's also about how it's put together. You see, life has this amazing structure. It's built up in layers, like a set of Russian nesting dolls, from the tiniest particles all the way up to the entire planet. It follows a blueprint. So let's go on that journey. We're going to zoom all the way in to the smallest level, and then zoom all the way out to see how this whole incredible thing is constructed. Down at the very bottom, you've got atoms. They link up to form molecules like water. Those molecules then build massive complex structures like DNA, and those build the little machines inside a cell called organelles. And all of that comes together to create the cell, the smallest thing we can truly call alive. But we're not done yet. In complex beings like us, those cells team up to form tissues. Tissues work together to make organs, like your heart or your brain. Then organs form systems, like your entire nervous system. And when you put all that together, bam, you have a single individual organism. Okay, now let's zoom way, way out. A bunch of the same organisms in one place, that's a population. All the different populations living together in that place, that's a community. Now throw in the non-living stuff, the rocks, the water, the air. Now you've got an ecosystem. And all the ecosystems on Earth, together, that's the biosphere, our living planet. Whew, okay, so we've gone from a single atom all the way up to the whole planet. Let's pull back and look at the complete picture now. So what's the final answer? What is life? It's not just the checklist, and it's not just the structure. It's where those two things meet. It's the elegant combination of what it does and how it's built. You need both. So really, you can think of life as this amazing story, a story about a set of shared rules and an unbelievably complex structure, playing out on every scale imaginable, from a single cell all the way up to the entire world. And that leaves us with one last kind of mind-bending question. Let's say we go to Mars and we find something. It ticks 6 out of 7 boxes on our list. It reproduces, it grows, it uses energy, but it's not made of cells. So, is it alive? What would you call it? Our checklist is fantastic for the life we know, but who knows what else?